Once upon a time, in a world where time moved not in straight lines but in spirals, there was a boy named Arlo who lived in the quiet village of Narin. The villagers believed that every person had their own time spiral, an invisible path winding around them, deciding their fate. Some spirals were short, others long, and the twist of each spiral was believed to hold a mystery about their future. Arlo, however, had something unusual. He had no spiral. His days passed like clockwork, but there were no twists, no turns, no strange events, unlike the others. He lived in a predictable loop, waking up at the same time, doing the same chores, speaking the same words. The villagers whispered about him, calling him the boy without a future. But Arlo never minded. He felt safe in the routine. That all changed one misty evening when Arlo found a curious hourglass washed up by the riverbank. Its sand shimmered like stars, swirling on its own as if alive. Without thinking, Arlo picked it up, and the moment his fingers touched the glass, everything around him froze. The sound of birds vanished. The river stilled. The wind held its breath. Then, out of the silence, a voice echoed. "You've found the Timekeeper's hourglass." A tall figure stepped out from the fog. She wore robes woven with the constellations and carried a staff that glowed like the moon. Her eyes sparkled with centuries of wisdom. "Who are you?" Arlo asked, stepping back, clutching the hourglass. "I am Era, guardian of the spirals," she said. "And you, Arlo, are far more important than you realize. The hourglass you hold is not an accident. You are meant to be the next Timekeeper." Arlo blinked in disbelief. "Me? But I don't even have a spiral." Era smiled knowingly. "That's because your spiral is not bound to this world. You are free from its confines, which makes you the only one who can wield time itself." Before Arlo could respond, the hourglass began to pulse, and in an instant, the world around him unraveled like yarn, revealing countless other spirals twisting through the fabric of reality. He could see every possible future, every path, every moment. His own life stretched before him like an unfinished story, waiting for him to write the next chapter. But with great power came a choice. Era told him that as the Timekeeper, he could alter the spirals of anyone's life, rewrite destinies, save lives, or create chaos. He could bring joy to the heartbroken or misfortune to the powerful. However, there was one rule. He could never alter his own spiral. Faced with this power, Arlo felt the weight of the world upon him. For the first time in his life, his future was unknown, full of possibilities and dangers. Yet, in his heart, he knew he had to embrace this destiny. With Era's guidance, Arlo began his journey as the Timekeeper. He traveled between worlds, righting wrongs, mending broken spirals, and watching over time itself. But every so often, when the nights were quiet and the stars were bright, he'd wonder about the future he would never see for himself. And so, Arlo, the boy without a spiral, became the guardian of all spirals, guiding the fates of others while his own remained a beautiful, unsolved mystery. And perhaps, that was the most magical future of all. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share our channel for upcoming stories and life-changing videos.